What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of The Field. And today on The Field, we have the Techno Viper from the Gijoe classified line, number 117, man. And might I say, man, I just love the way this figure looks as far as the aesthetic on it. Like just the colors, the purples, the silvers, the blacks, with a little bit of splash of red, but also almost in a holographic type way, man. And it's just really dope. Didn't know anything too much about the Techno Viper. Like I said, with classified, a lot of the toys is coming out, man. It's just making me like figures I didn't know about or didn't care too much about back in the day, man. But you see here, I got them all geared up. Once again, another figure which everything he has with him truly fits on him. There's nothing to spare, no extra head pieces, no extra fodder laying around. Everything that he has is right here up on him, man. So you know how we do. We're gonna start from top to bottom and just go through them with all his stuff on. Then we'll strip them down a little bit and then have a little bit of fun with them. One thing I will say, even like with the thumbnail, I had like the Dark Troopers from Star Wars. I don't know, it just reminds me of something from Star Wars. He looks like a robot, but I know he isn't. It's a guy in a suit, but just kind of has that robotic look to him. But let's go ahead and jump right into him. All right, so we got the Techno Viper, pretty much the resident mechanics, the I can fix it guys of the Cobra industry, Cobra Army. Really not fighters. They do have weapons. Like that gun he has is some type of plasma gun, some type of wild laser gun, and he also has a sidearm, looks like a little 9mm. But other than that, he's basically not considered a battlefield trooper. He just works on their stuff, works on their vehicles, works on stuff, maintenance man, basically. Really just over glorified maintenance man. That's what they are. But the helmet on them looks good, and like I said, it just has that type of like robotic face to it. Almost the new Crimson Guards that they got in the classified line almost has like a robotic helmet to it, but this is even more. This is just looks like it's not even a man inside there, and it looks dope. I like the purple, black, the silver, the way they blended it all in. And then they gave that almost kind of highlighter yellow for the eyes, so those pop out right from under the mask. And aesthetically, this is one of the best looking Cobra Troopers, to be honest with you. It's up there with the Crimson Guard in my eyes, and the regular blue Trooper, man. But let's go on down them with all this stuff on. You can see here, nice hologram piece that pops in, and like I said, classified been crushing it, man, on all ends. The backpack is like the original, has some tools, like he has like a little hammer, wrench in there, some type of futuristic tools to mess around with the Destro's gadgets that he built, machines that he built. So of course he laced them out with some high-tech tools, hydraulic tools to do that. And as you can see here on his body, he has the hoses coming around on his chest. I'm loving the silver paint that G.I. Joe is using. Like everybody that has this silver paint or hints of it, it just always pops when I look at it through the camera, and then when I just look at it with my real eyes, but through the camera, it just looks like it really pops. As far as the backpack, is all in black, has like these two purple tubes, and that on each side, that's another thing I noticed about this figure. Look at the gauntlet that the hologram is popping out of. He has both of those gauntlets on each wrist, and that hologram can go in either or. And with this backpack, that hose, that silver hose that's plugged in, it also has another port on the other side just in case he wants to hold the gun on the other side. So they made it very, I guess you say, where you can use both hands, ambidextric. I don't even get me trying to say it. Ambidextric or whatever. When you use your left or right hand, this is set up for that, man. And I thought that was pretty awesome. That's just a little extra stuff that they threw in for this figure that you really don't need, but you do need. If you do want to switch hands, that hose won't get in your way. You can go ahead and just switch the backpack, and then he can look at the hologram from each side. Also on his shoulder pads, which are sculpted very well. That's an individual plastic piece, so his shoulder can, have maneuver that butterfly joint, and it doesn't have it stuck, and it's real soft and pliable. And I thought that was pretty dope. Far as on his chest with that Cobra emblem, nice silver paint. Like I said, all silver paint on these figures, man, been really popping, man. And it stands up well against this purple. As you can see, he has the overlay that's hooked up to his holster that goes around the waist. Normal, typical G.I. Joe articulation, man. Double jointed arms, hinges at the wrist, butterfly joint, bicep cut, thigh cut, double jointed knees. This guy's pinless too, I just noticed that. Got the black knee pads there, got the black boots with the boot cut, ankle rocker, and ankle swivel. No, ankle hinge, I'm sorry. But up and down, just aesthetically, he looks really good. And as you can see here, he has that plasma rifle. It looks really good. Like all the G.I. Joe laser rifles, or some type of rifle that's not real, been looking really good lately. Like in the beginning, they had laser rifles, but they looked so crazy and stupid. Like this is a good looking weapon. This is one of the better looking weapons, better than the realistic looking weapons. I don't know why I like it so much, but I just like the way it looks in his hand. I like the setup with the silver hose. Like that was huge right there. Like that just could have been a jet black hose, but it's got silver paint. It looks freaking phenomenal. Like I said, man, there's a lot to complain about, but right now with toys, I'm just glad for the stuff that they are doing, because you know, I can just see that hose just being straight black, but with that silver paint, it just brings so much more to the toy, man. So that is cool. That is awesome, man. But Techno Viper with all his gear on, he's still cool to move around. Now, what I have noticed, man, like with my Airborne and this guy right here, both of my knees was like seized up. Airborne's getting looser, moving him around, but this guy right here, I'm gonna have to put some heat on him. I don't know what's going on with that with my Joes lately. Legs seized up, man. I really don't like that. Now, as far as around his waist, I wouldn't necessarily say it's loose, but there's a plastic like rubber piece that connects the abdominal down to the like pelvis area. That seems a little loose, but not crazy loose, but I don't know how to explain it. Like if you take these figures apart and heat them up and start stretching out that waist, that's what it feels like a little bit. So I don't know what the deal is and what was going on with that, man. But other than that, figures seems pretty good. I'm gonna try to work them legs out and see what's going on. Usually with G.I. Joe, I put some heat on it once and work them out. I can get them loose, but this hasn't been the case with him. I had to heat him up like twice, so we'll see what's up with that. But let's get him stripped down and just take a couple look at some other things. As you can see here, I got him stripped down, got his backpack, got the plasma gun out of his hand, and I switched the hologram to the other side. And then I also took 2 of the 3 tools out of the backpack and put them in his hand, just to show that this is a mechanic. This is a guy, this is a Mr. Fix-It, a guy who works on things. And I got the Dark Trooper here, and I got like this wrench. Like he has a wrench that has a wide mouth on it and then a smaller mouth, like almost like it was adjusted, and then he kind of almost has like a little hammer in his hand in the right hand here. So 2 wrenches that are similar, they just have different adjustments on it, and a hammer. So that's why I pulled them out, put them in his hands. He holds them in his hands pretty good. You have to put them in the right spot. Right at the end down there, there's a fat piece that fits actually in his hand really snug. I really like that. I hate when an action figure has tools or accessories that don't fit in. Now on this hammer I have in the right hand, I kind of got it choked up a little bit, but in between there's a slim part where it can get kind of loose, but it's made to either hold at the ends or choked up like that so you can fit it in snug. And like I said, with this hologram piece, that can go in left or the right gauntlet on the wrist, man, which looks really good in the light. And looking closely at the gauntlet, you can see like the red kind of like holograph like type deco they have in there, man, and it's pretty dope, man. I can't really see what it says, but it says something about Cobra, man. My eyes ain't too good as they used to be, but just a very well put together figure. A lot of thought put into this guy. And being that this guy has such like a robotic look, I just thought it was fun to put him in with the Dark Troopers, Star Wars droids. I mean, that's Q90, I believe that's what his name was. But he could fit in just when like kind of scenes that's outside of G.I. Joe. And I think he could be a really fun figure just to shoot and photograph, period, because he just has that hologram with him. He has a great color. He looks good in the light. Everything pops, man. So he's a very fun figure. A very fun figure, and not one of my favorite troopers, but he's up there. He's got up there just by simply just obtaining him and getting him out of package, man, and seeing what he's about. So there you have it, folks. Techno Viper G.I. Joe Classified number 117. I think it's a great figure. I think, once again, another quality figure. I think G.I. Joe did a good job with this. This is like a totally different type of trooper. One is purple, so it's not usually in that blue or red colorway. I think he stands alone. I think he's a good standalone. Also, I think for most people, this is like a 3 or 4 guy max army build. Because they're more like mechanics, not really troopers. I'll tell you what, they end up going on sale like in the future or something like that. I would get multiple of them, but that's why I'm sticking with. I got 3. Well, I got 1 now, and I got another 2 coming in April of these purple ones. And then with the HMS, they got a black, gray, and silver one, like a red one. I'm definitely have that one, so I'll have 4, and I think I'm good with that, man. But a great figure. Once again, another quality G.I. Joe figure. I don't know if it's just mine or this just a thing that that's going on with everybody, but like I said, my legs seem like they're a little sieged up, so I have to see what I can do to try to get those guys loose. But this is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of G.I. Joe Classified and their new army builders. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Tap in with me at my Instagram at Geppetto910. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.